Alright, so no more Joaquin Phoenix Joker news crossing my path, so I guess I'll just do a review of Night School. It's what I do when there's no Joker news, I guess. Night School. So Night School is directed by the director of Girls Trip, which I really like. Kevin Hart essentially plays, I want to say con man, but he's just lying to his girlfriend about how successful he is in life. He's a con man. So in order for him to get a better job, he needs to get his GED from high school, so he enters night class, in which Tiffany Haddish is the teacher, but he doesn't tell his girlfriend about it, so here we go, bring on the comedy. It's kind of like Billy Madison, only not half as fun. Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart had moments of fun. They had moments of some good back and forth, we're talking a percentage of it. The rest of it was what looked like Adlib, but just came across as awkward. I like Tiffany Haddish's character in the movie, this no-nonsense person that has a heart of gold. But Kevin Hart plays Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, I think, is funny. A lot of people are sick of him, and I totally get that, but I'm the kind of person who can listen to the same song on repeat for an hour-long car ride. So obviously it takes a lot for me to get sick of people and things. Kevin Hart's just not there for me. I think he's funny. He was great in Jumanji. But this movie just does him no favors. If for nothing else, this movie comes across like Kevin Hart can't do ad-lib. Or at least shouldn't have those moments where it stays on a joke for too long, which is a big problem in this movie. This movie will find a joke and just stay on it for an uncomfortably long amount of time. It goes for scenes, it goes for jokes, like the introduction to the class, which is the most development most members of the class get. It was there for so long. It just felt so long because it just wasn't a funny scene. It wasn't an interesting scene. The characters don't interest you. The jokes don't make you laugh. You just want to move on, but it just stays there. Granted, it should stay on some form of development, but I just don't know or care about the characters. Like, remember that movie Summer School with Mr. Shoop? Well, if you don't, I do, so I'm going to compare it to that. After watching that movie about 20 years ago, I remembered the classmates, or at least a number of them, more than I remembered in this movie anyway. Maybe part of the problem is the fact that some of these supporting classmates, they're not young, they're not spry, except for one of them's young. But again, she gets like no time to shine. The point is, they're going to night school to better themselves, sure, but they don't have hopes and dreams. It's like after they realize they're not going to be actors and directors and they've just settled into their boring lives. And even the most they can hope for is a pretty basic office job. That's where we are with them. Which I suppose simply means making a school comedy about adults is just harder than making it about youth. But it's still doable. You can still make it interesting. They just didn't. Also, some of the editing was off. What the fuck was some of this editing? In the trailer to this movie, I can't think of her name. I don't have my phone with me either. She plays Chloe from 24. She says something about,
I'm gonna crack that butt like a walnut.
In this movie, they edit that out. She says, I want to crack it like a walnut, but the camera is straight up on her and you can read her lips. She does not say it. I guess butt was okay for the hardcore trailer, but not for the actual movie. I don't get why it was edited out. Vulgarity! Such profanity! Granted, I've seen this a lot. Like, a movie can have one or two. Like Speed has it. Dennis Hopper's on the phone with Jack and he says, all right, but I want you back here real fast. But his mouth says, I want you back here, son of a bitch. Revenge of the Sith has it.
What things?
So, I mean, they're there, they're out there, they happen in movies. But it's usually not so obvious over something so trivial like the word butt. Here's a mind-blowing fact. I've actually done that in some reviews. I've had to edit the audio in some way. Sometimes it's me repronouncing something, making something a plural when it should have been a singular or vice versa. And you slip the audio in there and you blend it. Hopefully no one notices. Generally speaking, no one said anything, so that's good. But if I were to blatantly alter the audio in which you could just see it not line up with my mouth, that would make it really, really awkward. Like maybe I noticed because I edit my videos and having the audio and video line up is kind of the name of the game. I'm conditioned to notice that kind of stuff, so maybe other people won't notice it. But I noticed it and I'm doing this review, so it bothered me. It's not just that one thing. There are other editing calls in this movie. I just had to go, why? Like there's a scene in the movie where Kevin Hart's gonna get this thing and then he can't get the thing. And then there's a montage of him doing something in which he can get the thing and then he gets the thing. The difference between the movie just giving him the thing and not giving him the thing, having a montage and him then getting the thing, is a montage. The difference is the movie's now 3 minutes longer. It was useless. Guys, in the end, Night School, it wasn't that good. I like Tiffany Haddish. I like Kevin Hart. Apparently, I like them in separate movies. They either didn't work too well together or the movie just wasn't constructed in a way that would allow them to. But the movie wasn't funny. Couple of chuckles, sure. But most of the comedy either came in flat or came across as awkward. And I'm just saying I'm not going to remember this one in T-1 day. Yep, already forgot. This is where I realized I could have just stayed home and done a video on that Bumblebee trailer. Live and learn, I guess. All right, so Night School, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite school comedy ever? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.